Today, we're talking about something that sounds simple, but it's actually everywhere around you: anthropology. When you hear that word, what comes to mind? Digging up old bones? Studying strange tribes in faraway lands? Or learning about rituals that feel like they belong in a history book? But what if I told you anthropology isn't just about the past? It's not just about ancient humans. It's about you, me, and the way we live today. Have you ever wondered why companies like Microsoft, Google, or Intel hire anthropologists? Why would someone who studies humans be important for designing computers, apps, or AI? Or think about this: why do some products feel natural to use while others just confuse you? Chances are an anthropologist had a hand in figuring out how humans actually behave. Anthropology isn't just studying others, it's about understanding patterns: how we think, how we act, and how we connect. To understand anthropology, we need to travel back in time, not just centuries ago, but to the spark that started human curiosity. Long ago, explorers, travelers, and scholars noticed something fascinating. Humans are incredibly different, but also very similar. People spoke different languages, ate different foods, celebrated different rituals, and yet they all laughed, feared, dreamed, and told stories. They asked questions we still ask today. Why do people live so differently across the world? Why do we all share similar emotions? To answer this, they didn't just guess, they observed. They wrote down rituals, studied families, collected stories, analyzed tools. Slowly, anthropology emerged, the science of understanding humans in all their complexity. And here's something interesting: anthropology isn't only about other people, it's about all humans, including us, right here and now. Some early studies might surprise you because they still shape our world today. Take Bronislaw Malinowski. He lived with the Trobriand Islanders in the early 1900s. He discovered how family ties, trade, and rituals create strong, connected communities. Today, companies use these lessons to design better teams and social systems. Then there's Margaret Mead, who studied teenagers in Samoa. She found that culture shapes behavior, personality, and even identity. Her research still affects education, parenting, and psychology today. Even archaeologists studying ancient diets in places like Çatalhöyük and Pompeii taught us how humans adapted to food, climate, and environment. Modern nutrition, sustainable farming, and city planning still borrow these lessons. Early studies of tools and problem solving guide engineers, roboticists, and designers in creating technology that actually works for humans. So the big idea is this: patterns discovered hundreds of years ago are still alive in our everyday life. Anthropology didn't stop with old maps and field notes. It evolved, just like humans do. Today, anthropologists study workplaces and office culture, online communities and social media trends, how people move and live in cities, how humans interact with technology. Think about this: every app you use, every social media feed you scroll, every product you touch, there's an invisible layer of human understanding behind it. For example, video games are designed to engage human behavior patterns, keeping players interested without frustration. AI assistants, like chatbots, respond in ways that feel natural because anthropologists studied how people talk and think. Urban planners use anthropology to design spaces where people naturally gather and interact. Even healthcare campaigns rely on anthropology. Understanding local culture can make a huge difference, like designing vaccination drives that actually work because they respect beliefs and habits. Anthropology connects with many other fields. Sociology studies societies at large, but anthropology goes deep into culture and human behavior. Psychology looks at minds, thoughts, and emotions. Anthropology adds context: how culture shapes the mind. Linguistics explores language, But anthropologists see how language shapes relationships, traditions, and identity. Even in technology, you'll find anthropological influence. Human-computer interaction, UX design, AI ethics all borrow ideas from anthropology. So it's not just history or old bones. It's a living, breathing science that touches almost every part of life today. Anthropology helps us see patterns, how humans think, connect, and adapt. It can explain why some societies thrive, why communities succeed, and how we can live sustainably. Even digital life is influenced by algorithms, social media, workplace tools, and AI design. Anthropologists help design systems that fit humans, not just machines. That's why governments, NGOs, and tech companies hire them, to ensure the world works for us, not against us. Next time you hear anthropology, don't just think of ancient humans or faraway tribes. Think of curiosity, observation, and understanding. Think of the patterns connecting us all, shaping how we live, work, and relate. Anthropology isn't just about the past. It's about all of us, here, now, and in the future.